Hello and welcome back to Take a Sip podcast. I'm Leche.
And I'm Tito. And first of all, guys,
I was gonna say, no, go ahead. I was gonna say, first of all,
podcast. Yeah,
welcome back. I know.
Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas,
all that shit. I was gonna get into it. God,
I didn't know. No, you hesitated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been a while, and definitely Happy New Year's to everyone and Merry Christmas. Hope everyone enjoyed their holiday, their break. I know we fucking unfortunately took a big hiatus like we usually do around November, around the Thanksgiving time, honestly.
Yeah.
So
we weren't really planning on it. We were planning on having a few more episodes in between. But that plan quickly went out the window for both of us.
Yeah, it's unfortunate times because one, for family stuff, of course, like that's obvious. But work has been for both of us, has been kind of nuts. So, especially, I want to say beginning of December for both of us was not it. Like, you get me?
Yeah, definitely not at all.
Great point to try to make plans or anything like that. So we kind of were silenced for a little bit, for 2 months, technically speaking. So
technically, yeah.
But we are back, hopefully, in a regular schedule when it comes to all this stuff. So this is our first episode back, so I feel a little bit rusty right now on this. So
I definitely do, definitely.
Yeah, it's time to get the rust off and, go into our usual stuff. So Tito, back as always, what are you drinking today, dude?
I kind of wanted to go a little bit big, but then I was like, why not stick with something normal to start off our year again. So I am drinking a Modelo Chelada, which I've drinking on here a couple of times.
Dude.
Yeah. And what about you?
Party never stopped for you.
Oh, 100%.
Unlike me, dude. I feel like I a little hungover after the holidays still. So I'm drinking some coffee after the morning when you wake up with that headache.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. How did you wake up for New Year's, by the way?
Well, I woke up fine because I really couldn't drink because I had to work the first.
No, that's true. Okay.
So, plus I already came late to the party at my house. So you guys were a couple of drinks, I'm assuming, ahead of me.
Yeah, for sure.
But that little while that I did spend with you guys was definitely fun. It felt nice having everybody together again. Literally everybody. I don't think we've been.
It was literally everyone.
Even our cousins that are normally ghosts within our family were here, which was definitely nice to have them here. We took one giant picture with all our cousins that we could fit.
We haven't taken in years.
Years.
When I say years, I'm talking about 6-7+ years back. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, dude. It's crazy.
About, yeah. Yeah.
Further than that, dude. There's just some of us don't take pictures. Most of us are not there at those parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was the first time that we literally had everyone there. Dude.
There's one specific picture, and I say it every time, that it's us main cousins that are surrounding my grandma for one of her birthdays, 2 decades ago, probably. About 15, almost 20 years ago, because we were that fucking young in that picture, that I want to recreate that. I want to recreate that picture with us now, because everyone that was taller then is now the shorter ones.
It's funny, yeah.
Because the whole front row now has to be on their knees to be able to see the back row.
He was in the front, now he has to be in the back.
And me too. I was in the front too.
Yeah. Not me so much.
Yeah. But I want to recreate that picture so badly, and then get the grandma's great-grandchildren in that picture now too. You get me?
Include the updated family.
The updated one. But I want to be able to recreate it exactly, everyone in that spot. You get me?
Yeah, as much as you want that, it would be ridiculously hard, bro.
Oh, 100%. Especially with one cousin that's just never around anymore.
New Year's would have been the day to do that. Something like that if grandma was there.
Yeah. Well, I could have photoshopped her in. I would figure something out.
Draw her on there.
I don't know. But yeah, besides me, what are you sipping on? Oh, did you say coffee, right?
I did. No, did I?
I
No.
don't know.
I'm drinking coffee though, in case I
Wow.
forgot if we went through it or not.
Yeah.
I'm drinking black coffee. Oh yeah, I did go through it actually. I did sit down.
Wow, this is how rusty we are, guys.
We're definitely like we went off topic completely already. So,
Already.
let's go back into topic on what we usually do on the freaking podcast, right?
Yes.
So there was a lot of news, a lot of stuff we watched in between the holidays, a lot of stuff that came out. We're making this episode more of like anticipation of what we're excited to see in 2023, right? And beyond, right? Because of course, New Year's, everyone has their New Year's resolution and stuff like that. But instead of doing that, I think it's better on what we're excited to see or happen in 2023, right? And
Well,
we're talking about like entertainment, we're talking about video games, we're talking about all that stuff, right? Anime, all that crazy stuff. Especially anime, there's a lot of good shit coming in 2023.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah.
But even before that, if we could hit like a couple of things that came out since our last episode,
That's what I was
actually.
going to get into.
Yeah.
The stuff that we pretty much missed from all the way back in November, all the way hit. We're just going to try to kind of rapid fire here and whatnot. So I'll let you start off with one of the topics. I know there's a lot that we got to go through. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the biggest one that still sweeping all TikTok and Instagram and stuff is, I mean, Wednesday, the spin-off reboot show, I guess, from the Addams family. Wednesday Addams, specifically focused on her. And I love how it's very modernized, but still keeps the logistics of what we know of the Addams family, right?
Mm-hmm. It keeps it true to what the Addams family are. A lot of people said like, oh, like it feels a little bit off because there was a few things that weren't like, like the movies and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But I guess this is their own take on it, which is fine with me, honestly. I think it was pretty good. You get me? So
I think it was great, to be honest with you. Because again, it wasn't trying to be something different.
No, it wasn't trying to remake the whole again.
Exactly. The first thing I love that Catherine, Christina Ricci came back to be
the villain.
the villain. Yes, but Christina Ricci is like the old school Wednesday that at least we grew up watching, to now be the like villain and still be on the Wednesday Addams like show. Jenna Ortega, great actress.
I think she fucking killed it as Wednesday, bro. I think she did phenomenal, honestly.
Oh, 100%. And even still, with all that being said, the rest of the cast, obviously Christina Ricci, we already went on how she did an amazing job. Seeing Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, Luis Guzman as Gomez, which we spoke...
Yeah,
which we spoke about a little bit, because normally when we see Gomez in like the shows and the films that we know, he's very thin, he's very slender, he's very handsome, right? So with Luis Guzman playing Gomez, it was different because it goes back to the original content of Gomez being chubbier, you get me, and has that slightly creepiness to him as he works, right?
He was shorter, yeah, in all that sense and whatnot.
Yeah,
and they based it off. Tim Burton himself says that he based it off the old cartoon.
Yeah,
that pretty much. So like the show is more inspired from the cartoon than it is from the old movies and the newer cartoons, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he looks the way he does in the show and stuff like that, and why they used him as him.
Which even still, Luis Guzman did an incredible job portraying Gomez.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the set design, the costuming, the storytelling, I thought it was phenomenal. I know there's a lot of people that would go against me on that, which is perfectly fine. It's gonna come with whatever sort of show comes out there.
Like, yeah, there's things that were like pretty bad on it at the same time. Like this, it's not a 10 out of 10 show either. course, there was a lot of things that are predictable.
Exactly.
There was like animation that looked kind of choppy, of course, because it's just a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Is it a fun show to watch? Of course. I say it's an entertaining show in that sense, for sure.
Yeah. And I would kind of say it's kind of kid friendly. It's not
too bad.
Well, it's not too bad. Obviously, like the blood and the like. What am I the
Transportation of the guy you're talking about?
Yeah, like that type of stuff. But besides that,
goriness. I don't want to say goriness, but what's the thing? Yeah, I'm trying to look for the word too now. Yeah, I think I know what it is, but I just forgot. But
and yeah, I thought it was done very well. I enjoyed the show from, I would say, beginning to end. I kind of thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I was first.
I still love the whole scene when she gets to that secret. First of all, when she figures out how to get into that secret area.
Oh yeah,
and it's the fiercest snap ever. I don't know if you saw, like, she wound up her wrist and goes snap, snap. And it's like, oh, yes.
Literally with all the attitude and everything. Like, that she knew what it was.
and then spoilers if you haven't watched it. I know we should have said that from the beginning a little bit. But yeah. Oh, you did? Okay. And even from like when they tie her to the chair, that whole scene, oh, you should join us. No, I'm fine. Is she not joining us? Can you believe it? Like that attitude, like she modernized herself, right? I loved it. And I thought it was great.
It's definitely, I don't want to say like this, but it's definitely meant for like a younger audience for sure. Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like millennial Gen Z shit on that show.
Yeah. A lot of references to the old stuff as well. But it was done well. It was done. I definitely recommend watching it, at least giving it a shot to watch it if you're not.
I say give it a shot, dude.
Yeah.
Because you know me, Tito. I don't watch like shows like that. Even when I say a show is like actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's pretty fucking
I was very surprised that you watched it. You got me.
A lot of people were. Naomi fucking told me, like, you watched it? Yeah, she was like, mad surprised. Like, yeah, of course. I was like, I fucking loved the Addams Family growing up too. So I just had to watch it. I was curious. So, but the first episode definitely hooked me. I'm like, damn, this is actually pretty good.
Just the intro alone was really
I was
really
gonna say
cool.
the intro got me too. I was like, damn, it's clutch.
And there's like
looking forward to if they make a season 2 with how hyped it is. I do not doubt that there'll be another season, dude.
Yeah, 100%. The way they left it off too, they've definitely left it open.
Definitely open. But I just hope they don't cancel it because of, other
reasons,
stuff or whatever. Just hopefully not, because damn, definitely deserves a second season.
100%. At least just one more season. At least just one more season.
At least one more. And keep the cast, I love all the characters, bro. Everyone was so fucking great in that show.
Yeah.
Honestly. Even the fucking bad guys, you get me? Like, were fucking phenomenal in my opinion.
Not even just the bad guys, you get me? Just the quote unquote normal people, the normies, as they call them. Incredible actors as well. Right? They played their roles very well. They understood the conflict between the outcasts and the normies. Like, I thought it was fun.
I don't want to be that guy, but a lot of people were questioning Jenna Ortega at first because of the movie she did prior to doing this show. I don't know if you know the movie called X. I don't want to. Okay. For a lot of people, I will spoil this, and this is a lot. I'm saying because this is a very mature movie, okay? So just keep in mind what it is, and and all that stuff. So you don't want to hear about it. I won't tell you, but it is about it's a scary movie. Of course, it's a horror movie. Kid Cudi comes out in that shit too. But
yes.
Young college kids looking for a place. This is back in the 70s. They're trying to make a porno, pretty much.
An adult film.
An adult film, if you will. Yes. So, yeah, she comes out in that movie as the film's the filmmaker's girlfriend. The guy who's actually making the adult films, like
yeah,
the photographer,
the director.
Yeah, the director, whatever. So she decides to be like part and all that stuff and all that. I think she did well in that movie too. I didn't watch it personally, but I heard that she did really well in that movie. Like her acting, like she became a scream queen, like they call it, for the horror genres, or the last girl type of shit. And she had a gruesome death in that movie too, so it was crazy. Wait, she was the survivor or the last? I forgot if she died or not in that movie. I think she did die. But people were questioning, like, I don't know, man. She came out in a horror movie, and then out of nowhere, she's making this show that's kid friendly and shit.
Well, she was also part of Scream.
I know she's part of Scream.
Yeah, she was it's part of the new Scream as well. So,
and she's going to come on that newer Scream as well. Scream 7.
There's a 7th already?
There's a 7th one coming out.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. When they're like on the train, right?
Yeah, that's the new one. The trailer that's going to come out.
Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, again, she's an actress, and the fact that she already has a plethora of these like roles already lined up, and what she's already done, and she's only 20, bro. She's only 20 years old.
Yeah,
and
she has a lot to go. Hopefully, she gets out of the like the gothic horror shit. You get me? And she gets a little bit more serious roles, if that makes sense. More dramatic roles. It would be nice to see her in.
Well, this is well, I think that's what she's getting out of right now.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Because she's on Stuck in the Middle, Yes Day. She had a role in Iron Man 3, I guess. Jane the Virgin. The Little Rascals.
The Little Rascals. Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know too much about her, so I'm not quick to judge her or say anything. But
yeah, like I said, this might just be. Oh, she voiced Princess Isabella from the Elena of Avalor. It was like a weird fuck. I'm trying. Yeah, it's like Disney Junior. It's a Disney Junior show. The princess with like a red dress. It's weird, but you get me. Like she's coming out of that little kid stuff.
She came full force for that. Yeah, that's what people were saying. She definitely she went from all that kid stuff literally into a grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like big leap. You get me?
Yeah,
straight up.
And I mean, at this point, that's two different ends of the spectrum. So God knows what middle parks that she's going to surprise us with after, right? And I mean, if she's starting this strong this early, that's a bright future for her in Hollywood.
Yeah. So let's keep that going.
Yeah. And that's just Wednesday, right? At the same time, we've had Avatar: The Way of the Water recently came out as well, which I've heard mixed reviews on, but that's still something I want to hold my review until I fully watch it.
I think so too. I want to hold my review on it too, because I've heard mixed shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's a good movie if you watch the original. But
yes.
At the same time, I think it's just like a feast for the eyes. A lot of people say.
Mm-hmm.
Visuals are amazing, they say. And I'm not surprised, because that's what sold the first one, in my opinion.
Exactly.
The story wasn't 100% there in the first one like that.
Yeah.
You get me? It didn't make too much 100% sense on why this situation was happening and all that shit. But I heard also that this one, it has at least a little bit more substance and coherency in terms of the story. And it's like something you can actually sink yourself into a little bit more.
Okay.
So, because the real reason why we watched the first one is the visuals, bro. Come on.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like, we care about the story, but it's not the main appeal of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
and one last thing that also came out, well, two more things that came out. One was the Callisto Protocol, which has also been mixed reviews. I've been hearing a lot of 7s and 8s from people who have played it and watched some of the story.
So what I've heard is the first launch was terrible. The launch day was really bad. A lot of bugs. was not playing well on PC because I think they capped like how high your frames could go and all that stuff. So people who had like PCs, the higher end PCs and stuff like that, they were getting like screen tears. They were getting very choppy fucking gameplay and stuff like that. The game crashing all right, like out of nowhere when they were playing or during cutscenes and stuff like that. So I know there was a lot of issues like that, a lot of graphic issues when it first launched, and a lot of repetitiveness. That's what I heard too.
Yeah. And from our close friend Andre, I think he said something about he would rather wait for the Dead Space replay since it's something he knows and it's going to be much better compared to this horror survival game. Yep, there was that. Sorry. Scarlet and Violet was released, which Leche, I know you just got your copy of Scarlet. I've been having my copy of Violet, which I'm very into at this point. It is very open world. Obviously, it's still very buggy as well, considering.
I was going to say that. Same thing with Pokemon, right? With the launch, it was a little.
Yeah. Well, it still is very buggy. You get me? There are times where it's like you'll start a battle and you think you're fine, and then your rock snake is in the middle of the sky over a mountain while your opponent's standing right there, barely at the edge. And I don't know, I guess your Onyx now knows how to use Fly along with Iron Tail and Stealth Rock and whatever.
Fucking levitating like a fucking god.
But it's funny. You get me? It's sometimes funny to see what the random shit happens during the game. But still, I highly recommend. It's definitely new. There's more stuff to it than just the regular 8 gyms that we know.
I heard this one has been the best so far. This one and Arceus have been the 2 best Pokemon games in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited. When I heard that news, I'm like, oh, damn, all right. That means it must be really fucking good.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some parts where you do over level a little bit, but sometimes even with an over level, like you could still pretty much get your ass handed to you if you're not careful and smart about exactly.
Really playing the game properly. You can get
exactly. Like even for as long of a Pokemon fan that I've been, I'm not kidding you. I kind of just started learning a lot of what IVs are, and like even literally just learning difference between physical and special attacks and the special defense type of stuff. You get me?
Oh, really? You're getting into like the actual stats and shit?
Yeah. Like that's something.
All that stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. It's like not until
you. Okay, I see. Like you were just like attack.
Yeah, whatever hit. You get me? Okay. Water super effective over fire over grass over water.
No, I get you. I was like that too until I picked up Omega Ruby and Omega Sapphire.
And I was gonna say, not until
that's when I was like, oh my god, this is actually more difficult than I thought because I was struggling at first. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, why am I getting annihilated, bro?
Yeah. Exactly. And even like the gap between the last game I technically played was X and Y, and I jumped straight to Sword and Shield. So there's that whole gap that I haven't played any real Pokemon game.
Change the stats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're running, for example, like Sword Dance actually helps you out a lot and stuff like that. Or like actually using Protect or
even like Trick Room, you got me? Or just
either dude, grab something shit.
Yeah. Or heal stalling. Heal stalling does so much.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that where you're like, oh my god, bro. What was this?
Yeah.
I felt so stupid when I actually learned how to play properly. You got me?
Oh God, I wish I recorded this moment, but there was a moment where like I almost failed a gym battle, and I make it very clear to not fail a gym battle on my first attempt. I have to clear it the first time I'm there.
I make sure I save right in front of this motherfucker's face, bro. Make sure all my Pokeballs are fucking up to stats, bro. Make sure they're 100 HP, put fucking X defense. All that bullshit, dude.
Well, that was the thing. I kept there was a Pokemon. I had nothing to go against this Pokemon. So all I kept doing was reviving, using what was I using? I was Mold Breaker, I think the ability is, where when you use an attack, your opponent uses an attack, it uses 2 PPs instead of 1 PP.
Oh, that's good. That's clever. Yeah.
So I had to keep using and like reviving and switching out and healing and reviving and switching out.
I forgot how important like fucking key items are. You know, like Focus Stash and like, Orb and all that stuff, or Leftovers.
That's exactly. And so I had to keep doing that. And the only way I literally won this battle was because he got to a point where he had no PP. So he just struggled and kept hitting himself.
Oh my God.
That was the only way I won that battle. And I hated that it came to that. You get me? But it was such a great experience to do.
Pokemon always has been a great experience, dude. And I think we'll take a little small break here.
Well, before we go into the future stuff, there's one more thing that I know we posted back in November, and it's like it's doing phenomenal again today because it's another game with great graphics and kind of storytelling. If you watch the story, Bendy and the Dark Revival.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
I heard good stuff about it for sure.
Exactly.
I mean, I seen gameplay and stuff. Like I saw, been watching Markiplier's game.
It's always Markiplier. Markiplier has the best stuff, right?
Those are the two I really watch when it comes to games like this, because they give their genuine like take on it. You get me? They don't mess around too much about it. But yeah, it was. I think it was good, honestly.
Yeah. So
of course the graphics, the animation and all that stuff in the game itself. I'm like, God damn, how do they do it, dude? It's like cartoony but horror at the same time. It's like
exactly
phenomenal.
Even from the first Bendy, you get me, because it's technically like what was before Mickey Mouse. So that's what technically what, huh?
What were you saying? What was before?
So like because there was like another cartoon before Mickey Mouse blew up that was like kind of the face of Disney. It was like that rabbit thing. I forget his name.
Jack Rabbit.
I forget, but like that's technically what Bendy is, right? It's supposed to be kind of like, oh, so this was our main character. This was supposed to be our main mascot, but shit happened, and now we had to make another mascot. So you got me. It's like showing the dark side of animation and.
Well, I think this is more like, for example, it's a perverse of Disney in that sense, right? Of like
that's what I'm saying.
Took everything, like they idolized, they loved their characters so goddamn much that they wanted to bring them to life. Type of thing, you get me? Up to the point where they made satanic rituals and shit like that, and like pretty much gave their own lives to bring him
literally
life and shit, and he became a demon that way.
Yep. But on that note, now we can.
Now we can take a break for sure. And we're back from that small break. I wanted to backtrack a little bit to Pokemon because a lot of people, like I was telling you, like these two games, like recently, Arceus and Scarlet, they see that they actually are trying to make innovations in the gameplay and stuff like that, because it's been kind of like it's been too the same for the last like 10 years, like I talked about.
Repetitive, yeah.
Yeah, so they're saying it's a nice change of pace, these two games, because they're a little bit more open world and stuff like that, like an actual fucking RPG, you get me? It's not linear and stuff like you choose where you want to go and stuff like that. There's no set path. There's nothing blocking your way. Everything's there, face value for you.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh my God, like, please, more of this. You got me?
Yeah. Well, that's definitely with obviously Arceus was still like the first step of doing that. It was like the first quote unquote open world type of game that we see, and how Pokemon are in the wild instead of the tall grass that we're so used to. they obviously learned from that and applied so much of that to Pokemon and to Scarlet and Violet. Where it's not just now a giant group of Ponytas in the wild, right? It might be just one or two Ponytas with a Persian down the road, a Psyduck right behind you, and a Starly flying up above.
Yeah, exactly.
They show a little bit more interactiveness with that.
The next step, in my opinion, is just VR at this point.
Well,
that would be crazy. But don't get me wrong, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
It's much more work.
That's a lot to get even into. But that would be crazy to get me to do.
Yeah, but even still, like, there's still so much to learn and better from this already. You got me? Because yes, as more developed and advanced that it is from the other Pokemon games, like we mentioned before, it's still very buggy. And even though there's more stuff to do where there's no set path or whatever,
that is causing the bugs in my opinion.
It's causing the bugs a little bit. I mean, even literally just doing a simple thing of getting voice actors would do such a big thing for Pokemon fans already. You get me? Like,
oh, that'd be true. Like, give an actual voice to your character and to the actual like NPCs and stuff.
Exactly.
It's time for that, honestly.
Not even NPCs, but the main ones you're going to be interacting with, right? So it's your professor.
The freaking gym leaders and stuff like that.
The
villains and stuff, like
the person you're always up against. But there's also like your best friend, your rival. That's why I couldn't think of that word.
Yeah.
But yeah, even just that, right? Like, I'm not saying everyone needs a voice, because that's just
I would be like,
whole world.
Get the people who do it like for like the shows, don't fucking voice their own characters in the freaking game, dude. Why not just pay them a little bit more to do those lines? Honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even just that would make the game so much better.
Take it to the next level, like just with that alone. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's already crazy enough that we got cutscenes. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. That comment threw me for a loop when I first started. I'm like, oh, is this a fucking cutscene?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
But you see, like, even just the little thing of what they do now with giving your first 3 starters that little scene where they interact with each other or the little area that they're in, makes like the beginning of it like, oh my gosh, like they have personalities. Yeah. Exactly.
It gives them a lot more charisma.
Exactly. Sure. Or like it shows who they're supposed to be. Like, you get me? Like, even with Sobble got hit with like an apple, I think it was, in Sword and Shield, and instantly jumped in the water and vanished, because that's one of his abilities in a way. Like, that's what Sobble is. He's sobbing from fear or whatever, and gets slowly like more better in his personality, right? Which is why he's so confident by the time he's Inteleon.
Yeah. It makes sense. Like, it literally shows the story in their path. You get me? Like,
exactly.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like these almost, I think, are the same thing that I'm seeing, at least what people were saying. Like, it adds a lot more character to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they appreciate. I just had to say that.
Yeah, no, for sure. But still, like, yeah, even though it's kind of a repeat, they still have a lot of ways to go, but they're heading the right direction. Nintendo Pokemon is heading the right direction with that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's going into the future.
Yeah, that's going into the future paths for sure. So I think that's a good question and segue for that show, for that specifically. I wonder what is next for Pokemon at this point, right? Because we're going from an island that's similar to Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next. What is next? That is.
Well, I mean, technically, the next step would be the DLC.
Oh, they have DLC coming for this shit?
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, they haven't said anything, but if they did it for Sword and Shield, why wouldn't they do a DLC for...
But they did do it for Arceus.
Well, but Arceus was a whole different situation, you get me? Because it was technically talking about the past.
I guess that's true.
Because you're technically in the region of Sinnoh
The
with
ancient past.
and the ancient past, yeah. But here, supposedly, part of the lore is that if there is a DLC, it should be taking us back to Kanto, because I guess somewhere in that story lore line, especially talking about the future and the past in the actual game, roots would go back to Kanto, where everything first originated with Pokemon.
Wouldn't that be crazy, dude? We just get new like a DLC of like new evolution of the Kantos again, almost like the Alolan versions that we had a couple years back.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You get me? Like,
yeah,
since it was back in the past, you get me?
Oh, you mean like the Arceus ones?
No, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about like the just maybe I'm talking about like that.
Because Arceus is the one that had the different version of Oshawott, Cyndaquil,
Alolan was just like different forms of those Pokemons, right? They were different like types of the same Pokemons.
Oh, you mean a regional variant?
Right. Yeah.
Because how we have now two different types of Whoopers. One is just water, like, the other's poison.
Diglets as well and shit like that. Like we
the different Meowths.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Like so regional variants. Yeah.
So I wonder if they would just bring the originals if they do like in that DLC. Since we got you could have like the newer one, like the newer Meowth, or the old one if you want. You get me? That would be a good excuse to bring those guys in.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. It's a suggestion. Let's hope for the future, right?
Yeah. But then again, how many things have we said on this podcast that somehow magically happen, right?
Oh, it's crazy, dude. I would not be. It would not surprise me. Like there's 3 months or 4 months down the line that we're talking about this. They're gonna literally say like, "Oh, we're going back to Kanto and we're doing this and that." And the original fucking
starters,
yeah, the 150 are coming back. As you remember them, be like, oh my god, oh my god.
I just feel.
And exclusive. If you order now DLC, you get Mew. Be like, here we go.
No, you get truck. You go what? Under the truck.
Under the truck.
You get that, or what was it? What was that glitch Pokemon?
Oh, Missing Gnome.
Missing Gnome.
As an actual fucking virus. Your fucking Switch, dude.
Oh god.
Oh no. That would be funny, dude. If they actually made that shit like a glitching fucking thing. That would be cool, actually. Not thinking about it, that would be pretty sweet.
But if they were somehow able to connect it to like a world event, right? That as you're playing, Missing No starts affecting your game in weird ways.
It affects your game in weird.
And then they finally release what Missing No was supposed to be,
like the actual like Pokemon that it was meant to be.
That it was meant to be. That would
be cool.
That's and that'd be the world events.
That's a good marketing.
Like as the days progress by, Missing No just starts showing up more and more, or like a tree just becomes the Missing No, right? Like it just affects your whole game, and then the day of, like it looks like the whole game is just crashing, but it's just that world event that you have to do, like those raids that they do now.
Yeah, seriously, dude, that would be something smart. That's some marketing like crazy crap. Sounds expensive though.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, dude, that's the hope for Pokemon for sure. Yeah. And it's kind of crazy that like got back into it recently in the last couple of years, Pokemon, because I feel like I've taken a crazy hiatus on that shit the last like 15 years for sure.
So definitely Scarlet's gonna pull your attention back in. The way you've played Skyrim, you're gonna get pulled into this game.
Yeah, I only played up to the point where I actually get Pokemon, then I stopped.
Oh.
I literally I got the crocodile, so.
Or Coco.
Crocodile. Yeah.
Mr. Crocodile. Mr. Crocodile.
Yeah. The fuck, that's cool. Fucking Ghost Fire type as a starter, bro. That's fucking dope. That's why I chose it too. I was like, the other two like types, I was like, man.
Oh, Ghost Fire? You mean Chandelure?
Yeah, bro. As a starter, I said.
Oh. Wow.
I know there's fucking freaking Drifloom is a fucking Ghost Fire too. So
is he? I thought it was Ghost Flying.
Whatever the fuck it is, the evolved form of it. That's Will-O-Wisp, so it's a fire type.
Oh my god.
So it's a fire type.
Yes, and there's also a water move that can leave the opponent burned.
Yes, that's true.
So that doesn't mean shit.
Like, logic, where? How does water burn you?
Well, you see, when you boil it and then you throw it at someone.
Fuck out of here.
All right, let's move to the future. What we're expecting for 2023?
Right. Let's talk about enough games. Enough of the fucking games. We're talking about animes. There's so many fucking animes coming out. So much shit. It's kind of insane there's too many to even go into. But let's start off with, I think, the one that we're both fucking excited for. Unfortunately, it does not come out until 2025. But we're definitely, I know that's crazy how far along that shit is. Fuck me, dude. But they are working on a continuation of the Avatar series. And I'm not talking about the fucking Blue Monkeys either. I'm talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender for the people who are uneducated, you get me? So they are making a third series for that.
And an original animated series.
Yes. Slated to come out for 2025, so they're probably in development now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's with Paramount. Paramount's been putting out a lot of good stuff recently as well. So
they got the money for it. So.
Yeah, more than like Netflix and stuff. So
yeah.
Which our main character is gonna be an Earthbender, right? Because Aang was air, Korra was water. Next in the cycle is our Earthbender.
Honestly, they should end it off with a Firebender for sure. That would be fucking just make 4 complete series entirely like that. In my opinion, would be like the biggest W for the fucking Avatar fan base and for the writers themselves, bro.
Yes. It's just always so sad to think that when we get a new Avatar, the old one died.
I know, dude.
Right? Like when we got Korra, here's Korra, but just remember, Aang died. And now here's your new Earthbender, but just remember, Korra now died, who Aang died for. And when you get your Firebender, remember the Earthbender died because Korra died because Aang died. It's all going to come back to Aang.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about it, though. Is it not, though?
No, 100% it is. You get me?
I think that's the crazy thing, because this would be so along the future now, too, because Korra was definitely way along the future. I mean, they had cars and shit like that compared to what Aang had, right? They were still on fucking, horses or the creatures, whatever, and fucking barrels and shit. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's way along. Like the world progressed.
Yes.
Crazy, right? I feel like it felt like we were in the industrial age when we were in Korra.
Yeah. I think that's how they might span it. This might be like the Dark Ages right before the Golden Age. Or was it in that order?
No. The industrial age happened, Tito, back I think it was early 1800s when they started the fuck. I'm trying to remember completely when the industrial age was, but that's when we started getting advances in technology and all that stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Right? They're just gonna put them through the eras, right?
That's what I'm guessing too.
So they have
what followed the industrial age.
But it's also going to be difficult because now
we're in the digital age now, so that's what I think the Firebenders are going to be probably.
Ooh.
So that's going to be crazy. So what was before this age? Age of War.
The Age of War.
The fucking early 1900s and fucking late 1900s is the fucking wars, dude.
The Firebender's a boomer. But the thing what I like about these things as well, you get me, now we might have an idea of what, with Korra, with the Legend of Korra, we kind of had an idea what Aang did after he grew up. He got married to Katara. He had his 3 kids.
We're probably going to see that for Korra too, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Technically, with Korra, they left it very open-ended because she technically ended up coming out as bi.
Yeah.
So now, did she adopt? Did she end up with what's her face, the girl, or did she go back to the firebender brother dude. Like there's just a lot of questions.
Yeah, they're gonna answer. Of course, they're gonna probably.
Does she have kids? Is Toph still alive?
Toph is not. Iroh's still alive.
Iroh's alive in all of us.
Sure, he always will be.
Yes.
What a fucking phenomenal character they wrote, dude. Come on, dude. Fucking nuts.
But yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. And still, like, are they now going to include more different types of bending, right? Because
since there's like the new ones, right? Like the lava bending, the metal bending, all the other bullshit.
The lightning bending that ended up more people being able to use.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, we don't know, dude. I think there might be, dude. At some point, fuck, people are gonna be able to fucking do what the Avatar does, bro. Honestly, at some point. And I think that's the whole point of this, right? Where everyone is up to the point where they're not even unique anymore, right?
Oh, that'd be a sad way of ending it.
That would be a crazy way to end it, in my opinion. And I think that's the philosophy they're probably going to go for, honestly, not thinking about it.
We are all the Avatar. We can all make a change.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? It's like, no, maybe that's the route they're going. But if you notice, because like Korra started out as like political corruption shit, right? It started out like that. So it's like, and then it gets deeper and deeper and stuff like that. So I wonder what the problem is going to be.
But there. I mean, at that point, the next logical step for, like after like, no. You know, but like I'm saying, like then you're kind of touching touchy subjects because anything more than political stuff would now be hitting religion, right? Or spiritualism, which I mean, technically it already hits on that with how much
but it was
the Avatar. But that's what I'm saying. That's the next step. So they have to go about touching religion type of stuff a little bit more carefully, right?
But if it's like made into a kid show like this, I doubt they won't go too in depth with the religion unless they really want to like make people, even kids, because if this is made for kids specifically, they want to explain in detail like why that person feels that way for that religion. You get me? And that's their beliefs, right? And why sometimes it's not all good or bad. You get me?
Gotcha.
Because that's their opinion. I think that's the important thing. It's just they have to play it so fucking carefully if they are going that route. And I hope they do now. Not thinking about it, because that would be a lesson for the younger generations to learn, honestly. Because this world needs it.
Yeah, but even so, then you got
the difference between religious and fucking state.
Yeah, well,
it's too real now.
But even so, then like even Avatar has also grown up with its audience.
Yeah.
So it's technically not even a kid show. It's going to be considered a young adult type of show, maybe, and then actually hit the adult tones when we
later down
if we hit Fire's Avatar, right? So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'm definitely interested, and I'm definitely excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. There's too many fucking animes, bro, to go through, honestly.
I mean,
so I'm just gonna rapid fire a few that I guess we're all hyped about. Invincible season 2.
Hyped about.
Hype is coming for 2023. Did we get an official date for that?
No.
Right? That's probably late, like midsummer fucking type of shit that's gonna come out.
And it's still Prime Video, so I'm happy they at least still stuck with Prime and they didn't sell it off to somebody else.
Yeah, so we know it's going to be good, in other words, because if they kept the same group and everything.
Because Bezos got that money.
Yeah.
Bezos got the money.
I'm excited, bro, because I've been watching videos of the comic, dude, and oh my fucking God, dude, this show's intense. I mean, that shit is super fucking unreal, bro. That's
not a kid show. That's an adult show.
That is an adult anime, bro.
From episode 1 of season 1, it applied itself to be an adult.
This is not a kid show.
When he takes out the Justice League, quote unquote Justice League.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but we thought it was brutal in the first season. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh no.
No, dude,
No.
it's child's play compared to what's gonna happen in the next like 2-3 seasons.
Yep.
And we know there's gonna be a season 3 already after
Oh,
the second
100%.
season because that first season was just so spectacular, dude. And the second season is gonna fucking kill it, and then the third one, forget about it because that's when it gets real. Another show that I'm waiting for season fucking 3 of One Punch Man is coming out hopefully this year. I'm a little skeptic though because of the animation studio that's handling it. It's the same animation studio that did season 2, and a lot of the fans did not like season 2 of One Punch Man because of the animation. It was kind of funny. They said it was weird. So
I can't input on this because I haven't watched season 2. I need to.
Season 2 is pretty good though. I can tell you that.
I know storyline. It's good. I don't know much of
fucking phenomenal.
I don't know much of animation.
I'm more excited to see the fucking fights in season 3, dude, because man, I don't feel like we haven't seen shit in the last 2 seasons, bro. And we get the fucking. I don't think we'll meet the main villain of season 3. I think we'll see him in season 4. So the real villain, spoiler alert, even for you, Tito, is fucking God himself. So
God.
Saitama fights God, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Another season 2 fucking show that's coming out, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
See.
Yes, I'm excited for that. Yes, we need that.
100%. Season 1, animation, fights, everything incredible. Storytelling, jokes.
It's like it hits all the right vibes.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. We haven't watched the movie yet. We're hoping we don't know if it's in Crunchyroll yet, or if
I saw it right now. I don't know if it's exactly the movie, but it said Jujutsu Kaisen 0, so I might watch that after we finish recording.
Well, most likely, then it's there. So we'll catch up. We'll give an update on what we think about it next episode. But yeah, excited for season 2. We're gonna see where these guys go on because we know it gets more intense for sure throughout the seasons and shit. Another show, fuck me, dude. I'm more excited about this one entirely.
Oh,
dude.
we all are.
Freaking Demon Slayer season 3, dude.
Yeah.
The freaking
Swordsmith
Village arc. Oh my god, dude. Bro, we are one step closer to the freaking, what is it called? Oh, the
Moisen Castle arc?
Yes, dude. Or I thought it was Sky Castle, whatever the fuck.
Is it Sky Castle?
Sky Castle arc or something like that?
Something Castle dude, arc.
Something Castle, yeah.
The Castle arc.
I am waiting for that season in particular.
Oh, 100%. That is when we're going to get a lot of
development, a lot of shit, dude.
A lot of heartbreak, a lot of laughs, a lot of
so much death. It's
action scenes. It's
I'm pretty sure good too. I'm not downplaying season 3.
No, 100% not.
But this one gets real too. We're gonna see some good fucking what are the villains called? I'm sorry. Oh, the
moons. The upper moons. In season 3, we learn a lot more of the demons and the Hashiras, right? Whereas in the castle arc, we're gonna see it all come into action. And I'm pretty sure the castle arc is straight action from open to close. I don't think there's really like any in-between scenes because of how much is actually going on.
Dude, from the last 2 episodes of season 2 of the Entertainment District, dude, if it's anything to get hyped about, bro, I just want that animation to be all across season 4, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god. What, dude, even if you're not an anime fan, bro, like that is fucking intense to even fucking witness, bro.
Yeah.
With your own fucking eye holes. Like, holy shit. It's such visual appeal, dude. Honestly,
it catches your attention. It really is.
Like, you're just like, what the fuck is happening? You know?
Even if you're not into it, just watch YouTube videos of the fight scenes. It's so it is. It's so, and for weirdly enough, for such a dark show, with such like a sci-fi background, I think you were said with it, it is so colorful in its own way.
So vibrant.
It's very vibrant, which adds that extra layer of like
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Colors and this, like,
Yeah, dude.
wow.
Dude, it's literally fucking candy for the eyes.
It really is.
Like, wow. On top of that, these are shows I think maybe I'm a little bit more excited about, but I don't know if you're
not
excited.
the first one. The first one I'm excited for too.
Yeah, so Spy Family season 2, we will get down later. This is still to be determined, unfortunately, but it should be coming in 2023 sometime. My guess it would be probably end of fall, unfortunately, of 2023. If I had to be real, I would want to guess like October, November of 2023. But Family's Spy Family, really fucking good show, honestly.
Oh, that's another one where that I think if you're looking for animes to start watching, besides like every other anime that we've said, Spy Family is a good one to start getting into anime for.
Anime to watch, yeah, I would agree with you. It's a good, like, if you're not into it too much and you want to like slow start. Spy Family is really good, honestly. Mm-hmm. It's a little down to earth, a little actiony here and there, a lot of suspense. You're like, oh my god, what are these characters? What are these characters going to do next?
Literally.
All three of them too. Like even the side characters are pretty fun to watch. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is more for me for sure. So everyone knows and fucking memes about JoJo for sure. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, season 6 was split into 3 parts. Unfortunately, because of the animation and stuff like that, of the stylistic anime that it is, had to split into 3 parts. So we should be getting part 3 of Stone Ocean, sometime in 2023 as well. I believe it comes in winter of 2023 though. So, yeah, definitely excited for that. There's a lot more. I mean, man, I wish we could go through all of these. There's some movies as well. Sword Online should be getting a movie sometime this year as well. Another one. Oh, sorry. The one that came out in Japan should be getting its US release sometime this February, which is pretty cool to hear. So,
yes. Yeah. If you guys are looking for anything else to watch, I recently watched a show called Elite. It is it's a show from Spain, kind of like Money Heist was. But it takes more of like in a high school type of thing with like snobby rich kids coming into their own and dealing with like a murder mystery type of thing. But again, it's another show that's written very well. Music choices are put very well. I mean, I just started downloading a whole bunch of songs that I hear throughout the show and listen to them on a daily basis. So that's a show I definitely recommend to watch. It does get a little heavy-hearted, if that makes sense. Like some scenes are hard to watch because of certain topics that they touch. But they do it very well and very respectfully, especially Spain. Like Spain has a lot of really good ways of how about they go about touching certain topics when it comes to television and shows over there. So yeah, I definitely recommend watching if you are looking for something to watch beside what we've said of Wednesday, the whole Avatar series and the animes and stuff. But that's it from my end. What about you, Leche?
I mean, for shows that I'm watching, I'm not watching anything, honestly. Nothing crazy. So I don't have any recommendations, unfortunately, from my end. I'm watching just a few side animes, honestly, but they're nothing like crazy to write home about. I guess I recommend, if you want to watch like a good anime that's pretty short, fortunately that it's short, it's Skeleton Knight. It's a pretty good show, pretty good. It's one of those like animes where you're a player that got stuck in a fantasy world.
Oh my god!
Like things we've seen before, right?
Yeah,
he's overpowered as fuck, So something like that. Also, I actually caught up on Food War. pretty fucking phenomenal show. Honestly, I've watched all
Is
5
it good?
seasons so far. It's really fucking good.
Okay, I was hesitant to start it, but now that you're giving it a thumbs
Don't
up,
watch it with nobody though. I highly recommend you do not watch it with nobody, and make sure you got your headphones on because goddamn, bro.
oh yeah, I get it. They
You
do
get
like
what
the
I mean?
mouth, yeah, the mouth noises that sound like something else.
Yes. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of women moaning. So
yeah. Typical for an anime food.
and it's not one of those shows. Trust me.
No, it's not.
Please, guys, it's not one of those animes. But for some reason, they fucking tease you with that shit. Goddamn reason. But yeah, good show. Recommend it. A lot of good food. Honestly, anime food always looks fucking phenomenal. Honestly, dude. So it's like, and I'm like, dude, this is a perfect show for you, Tito. Honestly.
It is. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dude, Tito should make one of these things.
That's why I wanted to watch it, but I wasn't sure if it was actually good or not. Even though it's always like on my highly recommended, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. So good thing you gave me that warning.
Yeah, I recommend it for sure. Unfortunately, the seasons are all over the place. You have Hulu, so season 1 is in English dub. You want to watch it that way. I watched it English dub all the way.
Okay.
So,
and one little extra thing I want to shout out is a guy I recently started following on Instagram. But he does have TikTok, he has Twitch, and he has a YouTube. His name is Nick Connor. His Instagram is NCHammer23. He does a whole bunch. He's another very avid anime fan. More so of an anime fan. He's very dedicated. So he reads like a lot of the mangas. He watches the shows, and he does this thing where it's like he'll rank all the Kages from weakest to strongest, right? He'll rank all the UA students based on their quirks from best to worst, and like give like one con. He's very like, I know how much we trash talk Sakura in Naruto, right?
Yeah.
But he literally, from a video I just watched today, he kind of changed my mind on that. Because yeah. Because
she's pretty good, yeah, like healing and all that stuff.
Well,
it's a lot more, of course.
It's more. So I guess one thing is apparently with her chakra control being so strong and so very pinpointed, one, she's immune to genjutsu.
That's crazy powerful alone, just that.
She could chakra control to her hands so delicately. She could grab like I guess a fireball jutsu that's thrown at her. She could grab it and shoot it back without destroying it. Hits that would normally be like a one-hit KO, very crucial.
Is this pre-Shippuden or I'm kidding.
All right, bitch.
Or after.
I would assume
let's say it's Boruto.
Let's say because
I feel like that's what it is.
But I mean, like, yeah, he makes like all these great points, and like I said, he'll go through My Hero Academia, fucking Demon Slayer, like the Hashiras and all the moons, and like just put them in order, and like he'll crack jokes. He's funny, but he knows what he's talking about.
Fucking phenomenal to do that with the Kages, but we definitely need Andre for that one.
Yes, and we need a lot of time as well.
Yeah, because I want to do research every single one.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
So NC Hammer 23 on Instagram, and he has all his links to all his other stuff on there.
I'll definitely be following him, dude.
Yeah.
If you got shit like that, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
So yeah, and I guess that is it. So Leche, where can people find you?
You can find me always on Instagram as Leche Melissa, or you guys can follow me on Twitch as TechnoFreak95. Now, how about you, Tito?
You guys can find me at One Alpha Penguin on Instagram, and also at One Alpha Penguin on Twitch.tv. You guys can follow the podcast at Take a Sip _pod on Instagram, where we will now be posting about all this. I will be definitely making time to put on posts. And the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Take a Sip, where these episodes go up. They're not very visual, but if that is the way you listen, besides all the other listening apps like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, I believe Amazon Podcasts and all that other stuff. We are right there. All our personal links should be in the description below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, Happy New Year's, Merry belated Christmas and or holiday that you celebrate, right? And I know to a lot of our Asian listeners, I hope your future New Year's goes very well as well. I think you guys have a different New Year's. And yes, but as always, thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.